Forecast. I am shuffling the Game of Thrones Tarot that I used last month, and we, as usual, have a plethora of planetary energy to discuss for this month. I hope you are all well and safe. We have our full moon lunar eclipse on June 5th. And this is a culminating energy in the sign of Sagittarius at 15 degrees. So this trines any personal planetary positions you have into Aries. So there is closure afforded to you in the 9th house of learning, the sector of philosophy, politics, religion, belief systems, all of what encompasses you in your thought process and how you are educated. Your skill set is here. The 9th house, you could dive into learning about astrology and courses and certification, different levels of life, and knowledge is in the 9th house. Absorbing data. So some of you have completed a learning situation and schooling, whether that is online or that you have been working or learning from home now, and the reporting structure has changed somewhat. Some of you are returning from travel, although it's not highly advised. This month for travel, we are experiencing a Mercury Retrograde during eclipse month. So I feel like in the 9th house, you could be tallying all of which you are. So how you are structured, what you were thought to believe, it could be deconstructing and rebuilding itself right now. And now that we are more prone to be on our own and be at home, there's a lot of thinking to be done for Aries. Sorting out the life, sort, file, toss the life. And that includes what you're learning, what you believe in, and what you lend your opinion to. On the 18th of June through July 12th, Mercury, the planet of communication, retrogrades at 14 degrees of Cancer, back through 5 degrees of Cancer in your environment sector. So even though you are stationed there for the most part in your dwelling, in your 4 walls, in the home, it is time to review this area and adjust, tidy, clean, remove the old and make way for the new. There's a review in the 4th house of home and mother. You could be overlooking your relationship with the maternal figure in your life or your role as a mother in life, should that apply. Wherever Mercury slows down, there is a need to adjust your communication there. So how you are speaking to those in your home and how you maneuver within the home. Each room should be effortless. With this time, the message is you could really focus on every single drawer and every single room, and every room should flow effortlessly in this space. So maybe even feng shui and realigning the room energetically, that could work for you. Also, a revision of where you're living in general. After we start to move forward in society, slowly but surely, you might consider a move or a sale of property that you have, whether it's where you live or an additional piece of property. And after July 12th, but before October 12th, would be the time to do so. On the 20th, the sun enters Cancer. We have our summer solstice here. And it is the longest day of light in the year, and it's ensconced between 2 eclipses. So the sun enters Cancer, Mercury is retrograde there. And additionally, on June 21, we have our new moon solar eclipse at 0 degrees of our nurturing sector, Cancer, on the solar wheel. New moon energy in the 4th house. Our home as a planet is changing. Earth is changing. And halfway through 2020, there is a large illumination and awareness as a planet collectively that we are headed in a new direction, and we need to be. There is a new focus halfway through the year, and it does imply regulation regarding our home bases and a new approach to stay-at-home regulations, or at least some stages of leniency or lifting, and then a reapproach. Because Mercury is retrograde, we will have to creep back inside again. This feels very tiptoe testing period. We creep out, oh no, we have to go back inside. Too many people are exposed. Mercury wants a do-over when he slows down. So what we attempt to get started in a Mercury retrograde, trust that it's revisited and redone somehow. Now we have this eclipse that initiates a new way of living. And then Mars travels into Aries in your 1st house from June 27th through the remainder of 2020, through January 6th of 2021. Mars is home with you, Aries, energetically, rapidly, affecting your pace, picking things up, driving you, creating ambition, and accelerating your personal pace in life and your commitment to your physical body and your health and self and wellness. The more sweat and energy you expel from June 27th through January 6th, the better. It's a release period in general, but particularly when Mars is in the 1st house. This is great for weight loss, and it does enhance your personal rage. So watch your tone when delivering your communications to others, especially double checking through the retrograde of Mercury. Hold off on contracts and negotiations in that time frame as well, June 18th through July 12th. On the 30th of June, Jupiter conjunct Pluto. They go exact 24 degrees. Well, they've been exact a lot throughout this year and last year, and there's no change to this affecting us collectively in our government and in our limitations and with our authority figures and the structure of life. But for you, this is your career sector, and things have to be done differently going forward. And there's a big change at the end of June on the last day. And it's a catalyst time for you to strategize your career when we are moving forward in life. Aries is doing something differently. Pluto tells me this in your career sector. Change, rebirth, a regeneration. And Jupiter is expanding this. Them together is massive change. It could also be a massive loss. You cutting the cord in a corporate way. It would be cutting the cord to something less freeing for you. And this tone requires liberation. So Aries feels like they will cut any cord or anchor that is holding them down or binding them and float free. That should be your subject, float free. Here are your cards for the month, Aries. I appreciate you choosing me. I provide readings all through the week at audreyallison.com. In addition to watching your sun sign here, please watch your rising sign. It's very important for the astrological Forecast. And you can also watch your moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. Aries, here are your cards for June. The Magician. You have everything you need to move forward right now, and you are not lacking the materials or the creative space for you to manifest a endeavor, project, or creative venture. King of Swords. Air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, dominating, communicator, mercurial energy. You want to become your own authority. If you're not already, Aries, you are the emperor of the tarot. It's time to lead. And with Mars, the action planet in your sign, you're the leader. And you might be in charge of your own protest, your own leadership somehow, in a big way, being responsible for others in your life. Oops. Jon Snow, King of Cups, water sign energy. Both kings, air and water, are here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So there could be other people contributing to what you are creating right now in your life. Partnership, maybe you are collaborating in higher technologies with others and creating some boundary of partnership and adhering to who's responsible for what. The Hangman, you do have another card. We're all at the Hangman right now. We all have our own personal pause, our planetary pause, because we can generate a lot of data now, but it's hard to push forward in tangible hands-on action as much as we used to. However, when Mars is in your first house in June, you might be Hangman reversed, which things could be moving again. And with the assistance of others, Three of Cups, friendship, trust, generosity, and help, respectfulness, there is a reason to move forward and come together. The old way of reporting to a boss figure or someone in charge of Aries is over, and you are more of a free thinker. And you are more in line with your spiritual pursuits than you were prior to March 12th. I hope this was helpful for you, Aries. I'm wishing you a beautiful month. And if you'd like to go to my homepage to see what I'm offering this month, there is a lot. Our Summer Goddess Planner is available soon in June. And also the Summer Solstice bracelets that I have in collaboration with Melissa Accessories will be available. Thank you for choosing me, Aries. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.